So I'll dive into now the integration bit, and this is what happens on the back end. Now, the power of the integration between Start and your ATS is in its simplicity, meaning that the systems will do all the heavy lifting while all you have to do is just put some tokens in and your ATS will be integrated with Start. We have an extensive list of integrations, starting with Greenhouse, Smart Recruiters, Lever, Workable, and Workday. And just in case you are using a different ATS, we always have a solution to integrate with your ATS, which could be in the form of an open API. So if you do have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to me or call in. Okay, so the ATSs, they all follow the same ideology. So for the sake of keeping it simple, I'll just use Greenhouse as an example. Now, once the systems are connected, you will be directed to workflows. And workflows are business rules that you follow to make sure that you are sending the right survey to the right candidate at the right time. Now, to stay in line with what we just saw, I'm going to use a rejection workflow. Into the workflow, it is composed of 3 pillars: the trigger, the filter, and the action. The trigger is quite straightforward, as your ATS, in this case, Greenhouse, will act as the trigger, and you can even set some more conditions to make sure that the right survey is being sent to the right candidate, which in this case is a rejected candidate. Where you can get a bit more creative is on the filter bit. What does this mean? So if you want to send a different survey to different departments, say you want to have a more technical survey being sent out to your engineering department to ask more about their assessment, but you want a more practical one being sent out to your sales department, this is where you would be able to do so. Or you can go even more in depth if you want to differentiate between your internal and external candidates. And lastly, it is the action of sending the surveys. We always recommend that you delay your invitation, and that is for a good reason, because you want to take the emotion out of the situation and receive honest feedback, which is what you're looking for to get unbiased data. As a rule of thumb, we always suggest 2 to 3 days, but you can easily change this over here. Another option is our language possibilities. We always want to make sure that the candidate is heard onto their own language, and you can even automate it further. For example, that if you have a survey being sent out to a certain location, for example, the Netherlands, the survey to be sent out in Dutch, or if they're in the UK, for the survey to be sent out in English. Moving on, I'm gonna check the custom fields. And what you map right here into this custom fields is what you will be able to see onto your dashboards. And how this works is that we are able to pull these fields automatically from your ATS. And again, this will automatically connect it to the right candidates. Now, since we always try to mimic your company's way of working, you can always pull more fields to go even more specific. And if you're a Greenhouse user, you can probably recognize the names of some of these fields. But even if you're using a different ATS, the logic behind it would still be the same. Lastly, as a booster for your response rates, we recommend that you set a reminder for the candidates so they can complete the survey with a second chance. And you can easily choose how many days you want to use to send the reminder off.